Before Senator John Owan Enoh won a strong mandate to represent Cross River State Central Senatorial District in the 8th Senate in 2015, he had established a solid and enviable reputation as a political leader with a Midas touch. Indeed, his years in the Senate built around his people has led to a harvest of projects facilitated by him and equitably distributed to communities across the senatorial district. In a move unprecedented in political representation in our contemporary politics, one of the first significant steps taken by Senator John Enoh in his early days in the Senate was to open fully equipped functional constituency offices in each of the 6 local government areas which make up the Central Senatorial District.
In order not to lose the essence of my representation, I set up 6 functional offices. So every local government has a functional office with a support staff headed by local government liaison officer. And then there's also the Central Senatorial District office in Enoh'S that also has its own support staff.
This move, which clearly underscored the centrality of the people to his representation, was aimed at bringing his representation closer to his people. More than ever before, his constituents were provided the opportunity of using the offices he provided to reach out to their senator, thereby bridging the communication gap between him and his constituents.
In fact, Owan is, because the man of the people, is a grassroots to the best of my knowledge.
There was a day my child sent a test to Owan. I never believed that test would reach him. But he got it. He gave my child his school fees for 2 terms.
Senator John Enoh has facilitated the employment of many of his constituents in the federal civil service. As a result of his total commitment to the emancipation of his people, many of them are gainfully employed in the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Nigerian Navy, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and other ministries, departments and agencies of the federal government. The centrality of the people to his politics, coupled with his strong passion and commitment to effective representation, proved pivotal in his assessments of the needs of his constituency. Cross River Central Senatorial District is made up of agrarian communities with several challenges. These challenges include lack of potable drinking water, the absence of good road network for the transportation of farm produce, erosion menace, amid several others. Given the paucity of funds, it was self-evident that these challenges could not be tackled all at once, but determined to impact on the lives of his constituents, Senator John Owan Enoh deployed his office and influence in the Senate to facilitate the provision of solar-powered boreholes, solar lights, and construction of roads with drainages, among others.
Distinguished Senator Owan Enoh is a personality that everybody in this country is looking for. We are lucky to have him as one of us in the Central Senatorial District. When he was representing Edun Obubura at the federal constituency, we were thinking of how this man will come and represent us today. Good thing, today he is the senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, representing the Central Senatorial District, and we are happy with his performance. He has done very well. He has done things that so many persons have not been able to do, and we are so happy. You can imagine if you are talking about families, he has helped so many families. If it is project, he is there. If it is representation at the chambers of the Senate, he is there for us. And because of his voice, Cross River is heard everywhere in the nation. So I'm so happy that he has been able to do what you have sent him to do. And of course, we need him the more, because if there are other assignments, there are certain things they are not done. Because they are not done certain other things, we need to do certain other things with him. I want to speak in parables, but the truth is that it will soon be revealed that we needed him for better services. Thank you very much.
Actually, before now, we used to find it very difficult, go very far to get a source of drinking water. And because of that, we're having so many challenges, diseases, and the rest of other illnesses. But since Senator John Owan came in as our savior to say I can remedy this situation, life has been very easy. The water is very functional, and we're enjoying the presence of Senator John Owan in this community.
Our water system here has been bad because of the program. So through that very project Senator Waneno gave to us, today we have good water. We thank him for that.
When Senator John Waneno came up with this program, we were thinking it's a thing, a scam that politicians normally go about telling people of fake programs. But today, we are enjoying the water. If we can work towards where one of the water projects is situated, we understand that the people of the community are happy with him. And we wish he continue to bring us all these people-oriented programs. This effective representation is what we need from our people.
Senator Enoh said, I quote, "I am not doing this program because I have so much money, but because of the love, sacrifice, and a sense of responsibility to the people of my constituency. It is a feeling of indebtedness that I owe the people of the Central Senatorial District who toiled with me and kept faith during the time of campaigns." End of quote.
When I represent a people, I like to, to impact on them and to impact on all of them. So where possible, I like to have projects in every community and every ward across. But this hasn't worked out because of the paucity of funds, because the money has not usually been available, and the problem really increases with me. What do I mean? Because of how I get involved, because as a representative from day one, I make myself so available. I tell people that I'm in one part of my constituency or the other almost on every weekend basis, so people see me. So the more you are seen, the more you are exposed to people, the more the pressure's on you. Because I try to take every call as long as I'm available, because I try to reply to every message as long as I'm available, it increases the demands, increases the pressures and all that. So because of that, without being modest to so many people that I represent, I've almost become like, I've had the reputation of being seen as if I'm the only government person. Like I said, this doesn't, I don't mean to insult other of my colleagues that are in one representative capacity or the other, but but the truth must be told. So because of that, the demands and the weight and the expectation is so huge, so it's not been very possible to meet up with this, but I try to balance out.
This young man has great an impact in this state, not only in this central, anywhere you go and somebody say you don't know Waneno and you have not heard about the Waneno, just move out. You understand? That means that person is a wizard. He does not weed this country very well. And Waneno came into politics. I was there before him, but me, because I didn't go to school, I'm just at the grassroots level. And then this boy had made me to go back into politics. He encouraged me. Not because he gave me anything, we are not giving me anything, but because the way he's going ahead with his politics, I like it. He's ahead before. Waneno has so expressed his political activities to everybody in Croix State. Nobody, even the present governor now, who's in the office, cannot deny not knowing Waneno and his action. So I want to know whatever, even if I'm sleeping on top of a woman and I want to know tap my down, get down and follow him wherever he wants us to go, even if I don't back.
is the first palace in Ado, the first palace we have had in this community ever since we were born. From whom? From Senator Owan.
I am coming in front of the bioresource project. It is essentially a bioresource center where we have different activities like agricultural activities like snaring, fishery, poultry, and a lot of such things. And so we are grateful that he has brought this closer to us. Our sons and daughters who have gone to school, have graduated, moving around without jobs. And this is a project that can, bring them back to limelight by virtue of the employment, so that they can be earning a salary and taking care of their families.
My name is John Obi Oyege. I'm from Obubra local government, precisely our candidate village here. So right now we are standing in front of National Youth Development Center, where our youth will be employed and trained, and this project is being financed and brought by Senator John Owan, who is one of our senators, now aspiring for governorship, which we are very much in support of him. Right now, the main objection of this program is to train youth, our brothers and sisters here who are unemployed, for them to be employed and trained here. So it's a welcome development that we have gotten such a person in our mix that remembered Obubra. Thank you very much.
It is perhaps in the area of education and capacity building that Senator Enoh'S commitment to the development of the youth and human capital is unrivaled. His service to his people and humanity are driven by his determination to make a lasting impact on the youth by preparing them for the future through education. In 2016 alone, 4,023 students benefited from his education support scheme. Beneficiaries include secondary school students, prospective entrants into Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME, university undergraduates and postgraduate students.
Senator John Owan has really tried in the Senate. His empowerment and a lot of things he have done for people, welcoming people, taking people around, and at least the drainage has reduced the rate of floods in the community. But we need more. If they can come and help in extending small drainages in the community, it will help us. Waneno is one person that you can call at any moment. He's ready to there for you. You can answer at any moment. You call. When you want to have a challenge and want to push him, he's ready to attend to you at any moment.
We have never had it like this. The first time in the history of senatorial representation that projects, I say it again, projects has gotten to the nooks and corners of Kureko Ward 1 in places like this.
I appreciate His Excellency Senator Waneno for giving us a viable water and a 6th classroom in our secondary school. At least the people here can benefit from the water and even the school. So we appreciate you so much.
Senator John Owaneno, our senator representing the Central Senatorial District, had done wonderfully well. We have reason to thank God for that kind of man.
Senator Owan Enoh is indeed consumed by this sense of gratitude, and in practical terms, he has spared no effort and resources to improve the lots of his people. In 2016, he raised the bar during the Central Youth Summit by bringing leading motivational speaker Muyiwa Afolabi to Ikom. The 8th guest speaker delivered a paper with the theme Central Youth, Developing a Passion for Excellence. In the serene ambience of Jurani Hotels, Ikom, Muyiwa Afolabi charged the youth to harness the transformative capacity of their brains for self-development. In 2017, determined to continue his relentless quest for youth development, Senator Enoh engaged Leke Ojikutu, the indigenous Brok SMS pioneer and frontline online publisher Agba Jaligo, to deliver a lecture on wealth creation. As he turned 50 in 2016, rather than celebrate his new age with a lavish party, Senator Enoh used the opportunity of this milestone to launch Joe Diabetes Foundation to fight the scourge of diabetes through workshops, free medical outreach, and campaigns. The foundation has continued to wage an unwavering campaign against the destructive impact of diabetes. In 2016, Senator Enoh led a walk against diabetes in Ikom as part of activities marking the 2016 World Diabetes Day.
this project has been something that has been in the mind of the community. But we have been reaching God to help us raise resources. So when we heard that this kind of project is coming up, it was like a dream comes true. So we're very happy. And then you can see how far they have gone. Though for some time now the work has not been put into a hold. But we know that in no distant time now, the senator will come to complete this project.
In fact, this is a first project of its kind. And I know that the other things politicians have been saying, but this is one of those that has really touched people, because the existing tower we have, the population is more than the whole. And I am really very happy on behalf of my people. I'm very, very grateful. I will, in fact, when Honorable Owan was in the House of Reps, he did much for our people. So, in fact, I am really very grateful for Honorable Owan coming to put up this building for us. And I'm praying that he said that like the engineer handling the project, Engineer Mike, when I talked to him last 2 months ago, he told me it's just because of funds. And I'm praying that government should release funds so that this project can be completed.
Senator John Owan, with the little he is having now, you remember the people of Aguraba community, but citing a civic center, even though it is not yet complete, but I know that he's going to complete it before the end of this tenure.
In terms of projects that are normally available in every budget year, and this project, the amount is not too much. It's beginning from some years back in the National Assembly, there was this introduction of constituency of zonal projects, in which each zone has 10 billion, and this 10 billion that goes to each zone is divided pro rata across the number of states in that zone. In the South-South zone, there are 6 states. So if you now divide 10 billion by 6, it gives you about 1.6 billion. Now, in that 1% that comes to Cross River State, the sharing ratio is 60-40. 60% of this amount goes to House of Reps members and 40% to the senators. 40% to the senators is about 600 million. So as a senator, my budget for consultancy and zonal intervention projects is about 220 million. So the best way I've actually done in terms of trying to make sure that there's an even spread is that ahead of every budget year, I get back to my local government offices and I request from them to send some number of projects, little projects, so that you can spread this project around, so that no one local government takes the lion's share, and things like that. So that's what I've tried to do, that from what they send, because you can't accommodate all, you try to accommodate just a number and make sure that there's an even spread. Now, whatever additional projects that have come, in the course of my being in the Senate so far, I've also come because of the particular relationship that I've tried to maintain with those that are in the leadership of the Appropriations Committee, because of, the experience that I've also had, in these last several years. So that's what I've tried to do. But now, because of the little amount that is normally available, people, it's not been possible to spread projects to every locality, to every ward. I mean, I wish it was possible.
His service to his people and humanity are driven by his determination to make a lasting impact on the youth by preparing them for the future. His noble vision to bring the best inspirational speakers to ICOM to mentor the youth reflected his undying love and determination to prepare the youth to face the challenges of the present and future with confidence. The workshop had the theme, Tapping into the Wealth of the Internet for Self-Employment. At the end of the one-day workshop and the 3-week training on ICT that followed, he empowered the best participants from 66 wards of the senatorial district with laptops.
My name is David Egbe. I hail from Cross River State, Central specifically, for the local government area. I'm a beneficiary of the ongoing ICT program powered by Senator John Owan. And by the grace of God, I've learned so much, especially in my area of specialization, web designing. I'm glad because today I can design, and I have a website of my own, courtesy of Senator John Owan, and I'm so happy that at the end of this program I'll go with the laptop and start live on my own.
When fierce clashes erupted between communities in Yakul, Obubra and Etung local government areas within the Central Senatorial District, Senator Enoh'S embarked on a mission to bring peace to the warring communities. The battlefield left in its wake destruction of lives and property. In the short term, the People's Senators sent relief materials running into several millions of naira to assist the devastated communities to rebuild their lives. In the long term, he successfully organized a security summit during which he brought together all the gladiators under one roof in the bid to forge peace. When resurgent cult activities led to bloodshed in Boki local government area, he sued for a return to peace and supported a plethora of peace initiatives. In the area of legislative work, Senator Enoh has been outstanding as one of the influential voices in the 8th Senate and Chairman Committee on Finance. He has carried out several critical committee work and ad hoc committee assignments and oversight. He has sponsored several bills and motions on the floor of the Senate. These include
in the history of Senatorial District or Senatorial representation, we have not had it like this. I repeat that, we have not had it like this. He has the will, the political will, he has the capacity, he has the integrity, he has the pushfulness to deliver democratic dividends to the people of Cross River State. So it is our desire for a bigger responsibility. We are asking for governorship for him.
I pray to Almighty God to give him long life, so that he can excel higher than the position of a senator.
We thank him and we pray that he should go further, but politically and otherwise.
I believe if somebody like Ewanano come to this state as a governor, that Gary will put him aside and begin eat my pounded yam.
John Orino is our son. We pray that he should be successful in all endeavors. And we are behind you.
In spite of his exceptional performance in the Senate, in spite of the numerous projects he has attracted to the Central Senatorial District, Senator Owan Enoh is still unrelenting in his quest for greater dividends of democracy for his people.
You know, for those that I represent in whatever capacity, what they can be sure of is that, you know, I do this job sincerely, I do this job with passion, I do this job, you know, believing that that is why I got the opportunity. I mean, whether as a member of the House of Assembly, whether as a member of the House of Reps, whether as a senator, I say to myself all the time, how many of our people are going to ever have a chance to be this or to be that? So there is no greater honor, there's no greater privilege that I can ever have than the one to represent one's people. So I can assure them that as much as is possible that I will do, right? And that this thing is a partnership. It's you elect me and I work for you, and I can boldly say that in the course of the discharge of my work, I'll continue to do so to the best of my ability, and that I don't take the trust and the confidence and the support of the last several years for granted. I mean, it's a huge privilege, and I think that the most I can do, for this privilege is to continue to serve as dutifully and as as best that I can. I think that the future looks good, and that what's not being done, it doesn't mean that it will not be done, that with ability and as I continue to have the support of those that have continued to support me and to elect me, I will not disappoint them.